Hey everyone, Alma McKinley here, and welcome back to another episode. Yay, I'm back. Last week I had to write my post because I was ill, but not today. So I'm all decked out in my gym garb because that's my next step after this recording. And maybe that'll be motivation enough for you to put on your gym garb and go do the same. I promised you a series of my secrets to weight loss and management and maintenance of it. And so I'm going to take you back to the beginning. In the beginning, I don't know if I woke up one day or what the deal was. I mean, I was over my size, I was over it, and I knew what had worked for me in the past. So I said, that's where I'm going to go. And that was, for me, the gym. So I went down to the gym and I joined, and I did something also a bit out of the ordinary, because I was dedicated. I was dedicated 1,000% to this. That's important. Maybe that's the beginning and I should do a whole video on dedication, but none of what follows in this video can happen without that part, without the dedication part. So I went down, I bought over 21 personal training sessions. For anybody out there that knows anything about personal training or what that might cost, you know that I took a fine piece of cash down to the gym with me and bought all this stuff. And when I take money away from my family, so, I'm married, I have a son, and when I take big chunks of money like that, I mean, that's part of a huge vacation for us, or, that's braces. It's something. When I do something like that, I do it with a lot of heart and commitment. So, duly noted, I'm not just like willy-nilly spending money. So I took all of this, I bought all these personal training sessions because I knew that was my starting point. I didn't know where I was going from there, but that was what was going to motivate me to get ready because there was money behind it and there were appointments, 21 plus appointments. And I'm going to show up for an appointment, right? Especially one that I'm paying for. You show up to the doctor's office when you make that appointment, so make a commitment, an appointment with yourself if you have to. Even if it's, I'm going to walk today, make that appointment, write it down, plan it. That's what I was doing. I was planning my fitness, and this was the first steps to doing that. And, with that comes a lot of other crap, there's a lot of rules. When you go to a gym, the trainer will tell you, you have to do this twice a week, and then you have to do this other thing 3 times a week, and then you have to eat all these things and take all these vitamins. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that comes down on you. Try to weed through what resonates with you. That is another huge message. So we've got dedication, appointments, and does it resonate with you? Is it something you like? Is the form of movement something that, because you're going to show up again to do tomorrow, is another huge factor. So anyway, I was doing this. I don't have anything against weightlifting. It's just the fact that I think it's boring, which is another reason why I had an appointment with somebody that I could chit-chat with while I was doing it and while I was working. It takes your mind off of the fact that you're working so hard, and it just makes you feel better to show up. If you have a gym buddy that you can go with, amen. Find one of them and do it. Even if it's not going to the gym, just going for a walk. Whatever it is that you're choosing. So there was that, and then shortly after you get into the weightlifting, they're like, you're not going to see results if you don't do cardio. You got to do cardio, cardio, cardio. Everybody's shoving cardio down your freaking throat. It's hard, but like I said in my post last week, anything that really matters is a job, which is why you got to schedule it, right? The only reason I show up to work is because I've memorized my schedule and I know when I have to be there. But here are some things that I learned about cardio that can make it more interesting and more likely that you'll do it and repeatedly. So the first thing is setting yourself up with little personal goals. Really freaking easy to do. Like, let's just take the treadmill as our example. Let's say you're getting on the treadmill and the most you can do is walk at a 3.2. And your little mini goal is I'm gonna walk at a 3.5 for 90 seconds. This is where like playing with the machines gets fun because like you can count exactly 90 seconds. You don't have to worry about watches and second hands and all this other craziness. So you do it, and then maybe the next time it's for like 3 minutes, or maybe then you want to keep doubling that number, 6, 12, whatever. Little mini goals are super cool because like it puts you in your own little world on your machine. You're like, oh, look what I did. Yay. And I had a lot of little mini goals in the beginning. So then once I started getting into it, getting into the swing of things, I had my iPod on, I had good music, or I was listening to books or to webinars or whatever, because you can download all that nonsense on your iPod. I had stuff to keep me mentally entertained and to keep my body going, so I was set. Now I wanted to step it up a notch. So this other extra little tip is interval training. It is like, it's the latest in cardio. You're not going to do cardio and not hear about interval training, because what you're doing is you're raising your heartbeat for little short amounts of times and then bring it back down to rest. And I don't mean like, you know, because it's not exactly possible. What I mean is I would do sprinting. And mind you, I'm not a very fast runner, so I would do like what other people would consider a really fast jog for 30 seconds, and then I would bring it down to my walk for 90. And you can do that for like 15-20 minutes and have a warm-up and a cool-down at the end, and you have just worked the crap out of your body, and your results are going to be all that much faster. So that was another super cool one, and I got really addicted to interval training. So little things to know about cardio. Cardio is, yeah, you're moving your body, but ultimately at the core of that is you are working your heart, okay? The reason why I'm going to stress the heart today is because one really interesting thing that I sort of thought up about cardio was, how do I know when I get on a treadmill or an elliptical or a Stairmaster that when I hit that fat burn button that I'm really burning fat? These are the things I think of when I get on a machine. And so here's a way to find that out, is to get a heart rate monitor. This is sort of like a new fascination with mine. I had owned one like, I can't even tell you, 8 years ago, I want to say. And now I've joined this new gym. They're heart rate monitor nuts down at this new gym. And I'm starting to get like an inkling and an appreciation for that again. Because one of my goals this year was to increase my cardiovascular endurance, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And heart rate monitors will help me do that. Heart rate monitors will help me know when I'm burning fat, when I'm not. So it's totally cool, totally interesting. I highly, highly suggest you Google it, because why? Knowing this information and wearing this, it's a little band that goes underneath your chest and a cute little watch. You can probably even find one in pink. And what's cool about it is that it's a motivation. You can look down and you'd be like, oh, I'm burning fat, like right now. Your watch is telling you that that is exactly what's happening. So it's really cool to have those little things to motivate you to go do it again, right? Because that's kind of fun. Anyway, I hope you found some, if not all of this information, totally useful. And check back with me next week because I've got more of it. And if you liked it, please share it on Facebook and Twitter and leave me a comment down below. And mwah to you all. Have an amazing day. Bye.